if I could get you have an opportunity to be the recipient of what I call my X39 starter kit, which you'll learn about in this talk. But please write legibly, because I cannot contact you if I can't read your writing. That happens. So do your best. And email, phone number, that way I have a good way to get a hold of you. My name is Linda Searle. I am living in southeastern Arizona. I've been there for going on 16 years. My husband and I, we ranch and we grow pistachios. I married late in life, but in my 50s, I started to experience, some things that we start to experience as we get older. But mine was due to a car accident I had in my 20s that I never really understood how it would eventually show up in my later life. And I had ligament damage from whiplash, and then I incurred degenerative disc in my neck. So what was happening to me is over a course of probably 16 years, increasingly getting more difficult to function, sleep, no energy, gaining weight, getting depressed, can't work, things like that. So, we do what we can do. We seek our doctors. We seek out everything we can. We do all of the things we can do. I tried nerve blockers. I tried massage therapy, acupuncture, all kinds of things. But I found that I was having to go to see an acupuncturist twice a month and a massage therapist once a week just to be able to try to function. And I was taking way too many over-the-counter pain medications, and that cannot be good for you long term. So when I came across this technology, it was because I was desperate, because they were telling me I had to get my disc fused or get injections, and I didn't want any of those. And when I found this technology that I'm about to share with you today, I became my own expert because it became a passion of mine to share that there are alternatives out there to our healing that perhaps we haven't been told, because we have been kind of under a wing of the pharmaceutical companies and FDA controls. So I need to ask, is anyone in here associated with FDA? I can't talk about it. Good. So how many of you heard the company of LifeWave? Hands high. I know I recognize some faces in here. So, okay. How many of you, so if you're relatively new to the concept of this technology, how many of you have heard of infrared phototherapy? Anyone using infrared therapies? Okay. Well, the benefits of infrared is really quite amazing. It does a lot of magnificent things. It is a plug-in technology. You generally have to be exposed to it for a certain period of time. It comes in saunas, it comes in mats, it comes in lights. Okay. This is the only infrared phototherapy that you can wear. Okay, you can wear this technology, and you wear it for 12 hours, and then you take it off. So what is so special about this technology? Well, infrared is working with light. We are all beings of light. We were created as light beings, and our cells require light to sustain us. And as we age, that light starts to dim, and things start to slow down. And we know that how? Because our knees start to hurt, because we see lines and wrinkles, we start seeing gray hair, we can't sleep at night. We start having these things happening, and it is all because our body is just slowing down. It's just slowing down. Then you add all the stressors of our environment, the foods we eat, the toxins we're exposed to, the stress we are continually under with our new technologies, then you only speed that process up. And so this technology, if you will, helps reverse and slow down the process so that you can live longer, feeling younger. And it sounds like a cliche, but it really is true. I'm 68. I started this 4 years ago. And if I hadn't started it 4 years ago, I really don't even want to think where my life would be right now. We're very active with ranching and all kinds of things in that lifestyle because of this technology. It does not prevent me from going to a doctor. It doesn't prevent me from having to have surgery if I need it. It is a wellness product. And so what we do not do is we do not diagnose or treat anything. We just use it for symptoms we're experiencing. So you now can have a medicine cabinet full of natural light technology instead of reaching for, that bloating pain that you take when you get bloated or your Advil that you take for the pain. I control everything now pretty much with this patching technology, and I can say that it's just blows my mind how fast it works for me. So what does it do? The scientist behind this technology, David Schmidt, started this company 20 years ago. He has been recognized for so many things. He's received awards. He was actually in the project of working for the Navy on creating a new invention for the mini subdivers who were going undersea for long periods of time. And he was thinking, I bet I can create something that sustains their energy naturally, so they're not having to drink or take anything for that. And he came up with a patching technology that I actually am wearing right here. This was his very first patch, called Energy Enhancers. Positive, negative, and they recharge the mitochondria in your cells. So they give you the energy, they give your cells the energy they need to sustain natural energy, not like those caffeine drinks that you go for to get a charge. This is even energy throughout the day. I don't crash at the end of the day. If you're sick, it helps your cells fight whatever you're fighting when you're sick. It is an incredible technology. 9/11 happened, and they pulled the funding, and he could not use, he was not going to be able to get them to use the patch. So he went out and started marketing it on his own, and he found Jim Quick, who was the women at the time, the women's Sanford swim coach and the Olympic coach for women. And he, through networking, because this is a direct sales type of learning about this, through networking, he found out that this coach liked natural alternatives for his swimmers. And he called him and he said, yeah, I'd love to use that. And those girls started breaking their personal bests in record time. The Olympic Committee said, we need to examine those patches. And they found nothing entering the system because it's non-transdermal. It is reflecting back a messaging system into your body, just like when you walk out in the sun and the sun stimulates your skin, it produces vitamin D. This it reflects back the message so your body can uptake the message and communicate what your body needs to do. So you're not substituting or replacing anything. Your body is taking only what it needs to replace what it's been losing. And that's why it's called reverse aging. Okay. Right now, he can reverse 4,000 of your genes to a younger state just by using this one technology. His goal is to get it to 100%. And we are really close to getting there with some new technologies coming out this year that I'll share with you at the end of this talk. But I'm very excited, and you may get a chance to try it when I come back in June. So that's pretty exciting. So when he got this patch started, now he got the Olympic Committee to say it was okay, and that's when the company started. And he started now inventing other patches to supplement things. We've got a patch that helps your liver produce glutathione naturally. Anyone in here taking glutathione? Do you know that it's one of your most major antioxidants in your system, and that you die if you don't have enough of it? That people that have autoimmune diseases and a lot of inflammation, like arthritis, rheumatoid, are low in glutathione levels. Suzanne Summers was integral in getting that patch created because she was fighting cancer at the time. So this glutathione patch will boost your glutathione level for 300%, up to 300%, and last for 72 hours. There are athletes and people that go in for glutathione injections. They can cost up to $2,000 for several treatments, and it flushes out of your system within hours. They get a rush of feeling good, and it only lasts a short period of time. Okay, so this is how this technology works. It gives your body what it needs, and it sustains it. So we've got lots of other patches that do that type of thing. But the one that got the most attention in 2018 was the one that initiated your own healing cells to start getting activated. Who knows what healing cells are? They're stem cells. Guess what the FDA says? You can't say stem cells. They're healing cells. We say healing cells. They're really stem cells. Okay. Now, when you get, I'm going to read some statistics to you, because basically by the age of 30, 60% of your stem cells have become inactive. Okay. By the age of 50, 75%. By the age of 60, 90%. Is it any wonder then we start to see the effects of aging early on, and we can't get it back? So what this does is it gives you back energy. It boosts collagen production. These are with the clinical studies that he was able to do. He got a patent on this patch in less than a year because they could show the copper peptide, which is being released in your system. Write down GHK-CU. You can look that up online, PubMed. You'll find all the benefits of what that copper peptide, GHK-CU, does for your body. And one of the things it does is it gets your stem cells working. That's what your stem cells need to replenish, to duplicate, to go where they need to go. And they're neutral cells. They'll go where they're needed. So you look that up because that is actually the science that has already been studied. And he knew that. And he said, I need to get that in the body to produce that copper peptide. And he did through this technology. So now we have studies that show people's hair starts growing. We show studies that people's skin improves, the lines and wrinkles. We call it the glow because your skin you just look healthier. Eyes get lit because of boost of collagen. We have people that have had tremendous healing benefits. We don't make claims to those because your body knows what needs healing. So we can't say, oh yeah, you've got this, it's going to heal that. We can say your body knows. You're an onion. The stem cells go right to the root cause, and it starts healing first things first. And we've got layers of healing that start to take place. And it's truly amazing. In the 4 years that I have been patching, I didn't see my hair start coming in until after a whole year. When my hairdresser said, your hair it's gotten very thick and it's growing really fast. And I need a haircut right now. So my fingernails don't splint and they're not ridged anymore. Same thing with my toenails. I don't bruise. I used to bruise these big old, I don't even know how I got them. Any of you relate to that? You go, oh, I must have hit something really hard. And you don't. Your body just bruises. My bruises are about the size, the biggest is a quarter size. About what they used to be. I sleep and I'm dreaming. I haven't been able to do that for years, and I'm dreaming in color, and I'm remembering my dreams. I have energy. I can keep up with my grandkids now and harvest and all of the things that we do with their business. And my husband gets benefits. And the beauty of it is that it's so easy. It's just a wearable patch that you put on your body and wear it for 12 hours. You take it off, throw it away, and you put another one on the next day. So who in here right now is dealing with something, pain, what? Anyone want to volunteer? You back there, what are you dealing with right now? Oh, yeah, okay, that's pretty common. Okay, come on here. Come on. All right, so is that paper going around? People signing in? Where is it right now? Okay, because I'm going to need to get your contact information so that I can check up. That's the only requirement I have. All right, so the patches come in an envelope, and you get 30 of them. Okay, and they just really just look like a sticker. You don't even have to take the back off to receive the benefits of the sticker. I have a little boy that just puts it in his pocket because he has ADD. He can go to school, get his schoolwork done, be calm, and the kids don't make fun of him because they don't see it on his body. before he goes to bed, his mom takes it out of his pocket and throws it away, gives him another one the next day. So you don't even have to put it on your body. So rotate where, okay, all right. So let's get this on you. Point to the point. And that's the beauty of, you can just put it right where it hurts. Makes it easy, right? Oh, that's not me. I'm going to give you some water. Because one of the things, do you? Okay. One of the things, make sure you write down that I gave you. One of the things that you have to do is you have to meet this technology halfway. You can't go home, sit on the couch, eat potato chips, and expect it to do miracles for you. You have to have somewhat of an agreement with yourself that I want to get healthier. So you need to drink water, and I mean you need to drink plenty of water, and not just, oh yeah, I drink a bottle a day. I drink 2 of these a day. 12 a day. I will put a pinch of Celtic sea salt in there because I need the magnesium. My body needs that. Helps the patches work efficiently. You have to move, and you will be inspired to move. I'm going to tell a funny story about my friend Linda. Her name is Linda too, and she'd been probably wearing a patch for about 90 days, and I checked in with her, and she said, oh, well, I twisted my ankle the other day walking my dog. I said, I'm sorry, how did that happen? She goes, I don't know. Well, I just started running. And I said, well, wait, do you always run and walk your dog? She's my age. She goes, no. She felt good enough to start running. Okay. So that's how subtle it is. It's really quite remarkable to be able to point that out to someone who doesn't think anything's happening, when in actuality, their body is already telling them something's happening. So it's quite remarkable. For you, I want to tell you, I just patched her on her arm. So you want to move it around, you want to give it some time, and it'll be different for everybody. What that particular patch is designed to do is to reduce inflammation and reduce stress. Anyone here not stressed at all? We all have it. Okay, so that is the second selling patch we have, and I wear it every night, and I put it behind my right ear where your, now I can't think of it, vagus nerve, thank you very much, runs through your whole body. And I can sleep, and I know I'm getting inflammatory, support in the evening, and I wake up charged in the night. So you can wear some of them you can wear some of them during the day and some of them at night, and so they're very, very workable. And so I like to share this because there's lots of good therapies out there. I want you to be your own investigator like I was, because there's essential oils, there's supplements, there's so many things like here in this whole expo. I love it here because you don't have to accept your condition. You don't. You have the power to find something that will work for you, because I did. And that's why I share this, because it's so easy. It's simple and it works. I have horses. I have helped our horses not colic. I have helped our dog who has anxiety. I have border collies. I have helped my husband when he got sucker punched. And he had a guy got mad at him because he used to be a county supervisor. And he must have had a disgruntled constituent. And he just put the patch right where it hurt, and the next morning, no bruising, and he could move his jaw, and he was gone. So I have a granddaughter who has acne, got her acne under control. I had a granddaughter another granddaughter got stung by a bee, her whole side of her face swelled up. By the next morning, it was gone. I have seen miraculous things happen with people, a gentleman who had to have, eyelid surgery, that type of surgery where they have to, I think, take extra skin off or whatever, because his eyelids you couldn't see. And his eyes were so swollen that it looked so painful. We just put one patch on him, and the next day the swelling went down. It was remarkable, because how do you explain that, right? I had a doctor who, when I started doing this, I had a lot of inflammation in my body. I did. I used to, because I was getting 2 blood panels a year. I even saw a blood doctor, I don't know what you call them, because I had abnormal white blood cell count. I have terrible arthritis. I had a lot of things going on in my body, and that is nothing compared to some of the people that I have helped. But when I went in, I started in April, and I went in June for my first blood panel. My doctor sat down with me, and she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "Your inflammatory markers are gone." I said, "Well, I'm just wearing a patch." A year later, she started patching because she saw the benefits my husband and I were benefiting. I no longer have an abnormal white blood cell count. It took 2 years, but my white blood cell count is back to normal. So I feel very blessed that we have opportunities that God has given us that we can have access to, because this is God given for us. And I really think that we've been not told that these things were made available. And now doctors are starting to use these with their patients because they're starting to see the benefits for patients that no longer can take over-the-counter pain meds because, well, their health no longer can warrant it, right? They're getting bleeding ulcers or things like that as they get older. Now they have alternatives that they can subscribe to their patients to help them heal. So that's basically what it is. Anyone else experiencing something? What are you experiencing?
Extreme symptoms of ADHD.
Oh, that's good for you. Okay, focus. Did you, yeah, okay. Okay, so same thing for you, except I'm just going to put it back in there.
No, frontal cortex.
If you want to, this is a very powerful reading right here. Okay, you can put it in your pocket. Okay, so if I patch you today, just take it off in the morning. That is going to calm the nervous system down. It's going to help you. You might just go. It can be as simple as like, oh, I can slow down. My brain just stopped for a minute. I had someone come up to me and tell me that because my mind is always racing. My mind is always racing. I said, oh, that's a gift. That's wonderful. So enjoy that. I'm blessed with that. Yes.
I drove into Gallup, Mexico this morning.
Did you?
And I'm driving back. I have a hiking thing tomorrow.
Okay.
I wanted to kind of come back with the tea.
Okay, come on. I used to live in Farmington. Taught school up there. I did too.
I'm teaching school at Farmington.
Okay. And so where that pink paper is, I want you to mark your name. Because I can't check on you. I'm just going to put it here. This is a standard place to put because it's a strong ingredient. If you don't have any particular pain, you just want to kind of calm down. I'll be right back. That'll do it. Well, the weather, I've driven that route many times. So, questions? Yes. Good question. Yeah, they are not going to be something that most people think, oh, when you come by my table, I'm over here, I sell samples. So, $10. No, that's for a sample. They sell for, the stem cell technology is the most the costly, and it retails for $150 for 30 days. But we offer wholesale pricing if you just get an account to keep the product coming to you. You get a $50 discount. The one you're wearing retails for $80, and we sell it anywhere. You get 50 to 70, depending on how many of what we call regular patches you purchase. They give discounts for multiples. So just basically, it depends what you've been paying. I paid a lot of money out of pocket with not being covered by my insurance for years, between my massages, my acupuncture, all those infrared gadgets I was buying and massage things and, you know, all those things that now just kind of sit in a room. I just calculated it, and I was spending over $3,000 a year just to feel good, and I wasn't feeling good. So for $1,200, I can feel good. So that's the way I look at it.
When is insurance companies going to have for?
Well, you know, what some people do, if you are actively working and you have what you call spendable accounts. Yes. What I've been told is that you can save your receipts and submit them to be reimbursed. That a lot of companies are reimbursing these patches because they are FDA recognized. They have an FDA medical grade 1 adhesive, and we were open all through COVID producing patches for people. They did not shut us down. So they are FDA recognized, which is why a lot of those HSA are recognizing it as a viable alternative for people. So if you have one of those, yes, you can do that. As far as the regular insurance, let's hope that we can get that changed. Let's hope we can, because I think there was a time way before I remember that they used to allow for doctors to subscribe a lot of alternatives, and you could get them for, you can benefit from that. But I don't think we're there yet. I think it's going to take a while. So that's why learning about them and finding what works for you is the best thing to do. So anyone else experiencing? Yes, ma'am. Swallowing, okay.
Major surgeries.
Where specifically are you?
The food wouldn't go down, so they like rerouted and put a hole to get the.
Okay, so we could put it here.
So the esophagus is no longer a vital organ. It doesn't do any of that. I lost the nerve endings and stuff like that.
So what symptoms are you experiencing?
I literally take an hour and a half to eat. I have to just eat very slow. And lately, an example is I have malabsorption, malnutritional, so I just dropped from 125 pounds to 100 pounds within 2 months.
Well, what
even though I've been eating.
we'll do is we'll try it. And I'm going to put it. Now, what that does is that just relaxes everything. You should see it helps. Anyone else? No. Contact. Okay, so do me a favor, and you want me to be in touch with you because I have a lot of, I can answer a lot of your questions for you. All right, so where's it hurt? Right here.
Sorry, I'm trying
Is it on your neck?
to. Yeah, it's the next area.
Predominantly on the right side?
Yeah.
Okay. So is it more shoulder? Is it more here?
Yeah, it's kind of shoulder to the, it's hard. It's like here to here.
Yeah, well, it's because you've got some tension. Okay, that's what that is. Try that. And when you get patched like that, the expectation is sometimes, where we've been taught to, when you take an over-the-counter medication or you get some kind of, you notice something. Well, remember that one actually is pretty fast acting for most people. You might just go, oh, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
Right? You feel it right now?
A little.
Okay. All right. So some people experience it very quickly. Some people it takes several minutes or it can take several hours. But that particular patch is one of our faster acting patches, which is really nice to go with the other patches, because if you've got your stem cells working and you've got a lot of inflammation in your body, stem cells, where they go right to the inflammation, and they die off, trying to help you. So you got to knock down your inflammation for them to be able to do the work. That's why we recommend that.
Can you will it work like all over the body? So like I have neck and like sciatic pain. So like if you put it on one area, will it work for the other area?
It can, yeah, it can. Those are two very different things. So I've had sciatic before, and I patch differently for that than I do for the neck, just because it's on a different part. It's on the lower meridian as opposed to the upper meridians. It can maybe take some of the inflammation away, and maybe can help it. But that's why we say, we patch for symptoms. And we have recommendations for various things that people go through. So sciatic pain, neuropathy pain, migraine pain, basically pain, we can patch for. We know is it chronic? Is it acute? Is it, how did it happen? What have you tried? And we can't make a lot of guarantees on that because everyone's body is going to handle it differently. But what we want you to get is to where it takes the edge off. Are you noticing anything back there?
So then when you see it's sale, like
The one I gave you was 80. That's for 30. Yeah, I'm not patching the stem cell. I'm patching the eon because people get results with that. Stem cells, sometimes people go, but can you feel copper peptide rushing through your system, do you think? Probably not. But I can get your pain down to, my goal is if you're at 10, my goal is to get your pain down to almost a 0. And so sometimes that's layering, because what Chinese medicine does is it moves energy. This is what this technology does. It's moving energy. Pain is blocked energy. And also, if it's chronic, your brain has said, yeah, ow, don't do that, that hurts, ow. Sometimes you have to do some brain balancing. Say stop that cycle. Those lidocaine patches, those rollers that you put on that have a cooling effect, that's what they do. They trick your brain into saying, oh, that feels good. Oh, that's nice. That's cool. It didn't take away the pain. It's just telling your brain to focus on something different. That's why it works.
So the pain's still there.
So the pain's still there. Because how often do you notice when you do that, it starts to wear off?
Question?
My husband more. He needs whole body thing, but other, that's exactly what he's got cracked out lots of information. But his worst is ulcerative colitis. Does it work on things like that?
Symptoms. What are the symptoms of colitis? Pain.
Yeah, bathroom all the time.
Yeah.
Pain.
One of the best things I learned was, we don't like to talk about things like constipation. It's pretty common, right? You can drink all the water in the world and you're still constipated. We have a patching strategy that actually works very well because what does it do? It moves the energy. It kind of wakes up the bowels and it gets them going, oh yeah, so I'm a little sluggish right now. So I always bring it back to symptoms. We don't use the disease name and one interesting thing about diseases I'm going to share with you is, let's see what material is here. Oh, I forgot to start.
237.
Thank you. Oh, okay, I got my stuff. Thank you. Is that, do you know that only 1% of disease is actually hereditary? 1% of diseases are hereditary. That means that arthritis, that means that obviously type 2 diabetes, rheumatoid, a lot of autoimmune diseases are inflicted on us by our lifestyle and what we're exposed to in our lifetime. And it could also be from what your parents were exposed to that was carried over. Now imagine if we could help our bodies combat that we could probably prevent a lot of those things from happening. I wish I'd known about this technology 20 years ago, because I probably would not be getting knee surgery, because I would have had collagen support. I would have had the support of my body to do what it needed to do instead of getting older and deteriorating. So, you know, if you're younger, you are really at a good time to start something like this. If you're older, it's a good time to get back your life back. If you know people that need or are looking for alternatives, there's so many things out there. I'm not going to just push this because I use a lot of different things. I'm one of those people that walk around the other booths because there's not just one answer. But this has been the life-changing one for me. Yes. We can try it. I'm going to say that I have arthritic knees and one patch probably isn't going to help much. But I can put multiple patches on it to come back to the booth. Okay. But arthritic knees usually is bone on bone. I'm not there yet. You're not there yet? We can try one. You can take the information, it might knock it down, so we can try one. But I'm not going to make any promises. Okay? Because I know how painful arthritic knees are. I can just put it over your pants. Or I can put it directly on your knee. Just no. Where's it hurt? All right, let's just try that. Okay. Okay. That one of the things too is you can wear multiples. So that's why I'm saying sometimes if you've got a pain like that, you might find I put one on, it's like my pain is now just 8. Okay, well put another one on. Wait a few minutes. Now my pain maybe dropped to a 6. Okay, put another one on. Okay, so that's how you do it.
You said you had tremendous weight loss. Can you tell us about that?
Weight loss?
Yeah, you said weight.
I didn't do anything. It fell off.
Was it just being able to combat the pain and eating less, or?
I think a lot of it was mobility, obviously, became more mobile. But I also do some of the other patches that help the endocrine system, which is hormone balancing. I know I'm past that. We all have an endocrine system that we want to keep healthy, like our pancreas and all of those things. So for me, I weigh less than I did in high school. And I never could get that. I tried dieting and all kinds of things, and all I did was, I eat. So I don't even exercise that much. But the patches regulate your system. They balance your system naturally. So, yeah.
What is in the patch that's causing?
Really good question. Because I can't tell you. Because every patch is different and it's proprietary. Only the scientist knows how he configures each patch. I can tell you it is made with nanotechnology that you cannot see with your naked eye. It's made with natural things because he knows that natural things communicate better with your body than artificial things. So it's made with amino acids, sugars, and all kinds of things that form these crystal communication. You know, phototherapy was used by the Egyptians using crystals and refracted light on people. And so if you think of that, it's basically a mesh structure in there that when it's activated by your own infrared body light, it communicates, reflects back. Remember, the sun hits your skin and communicates. This just reflects it back through the patch. So everything communicates something different. In the case of glutathione, It's communicating to the part of your body that produces food. Which is your brain. How it communicates that, I did not, but he figured out a way.
So you mentioned 12-hour application. Why only 12?
Yeah, that's another good question. The reason for 12 hours is, first of all, how many of you have ever were a coffee drinker and you found that all of a sudden 1 cup wasn't enough? That go to 2 cups, maybe needed a cup in the afternoon. And that's called attenuation. Your body starts adjusting to the level of caffeine that you're giving it. It needs more. Same thing happens with the communication system, the stimulation. If you continue stimulating the same communication nonstop, your body will just go, it'll ignore it. So you provide your body with 12 hours off. It doesn't stop working. It actually makes it work better because now your body is assimilating everything that it had for that 12 hours and allowing your body time to do the repair. And that's why you can use different patches because they communicate different things. You can I wear this patch every day. Same one. 12 hours on, 12 hours off. No, I wear it for the last 4 years. Huh?
Throw away. You said you wear it every day.
I throw it away. In the 12 hours, I throw it away. Yeah, because you get 30.
Yeah, but you didn't get.
You know what? Because of the heat on your body, they don't work anymore. Yeah, because it's all natural. So if you just left it on, it's not gonna serve you. What a lot of people will do though is they'll take theirs off and they'll put it on their pet collar because there's usually a little bit of residual in there for a couple more hours. It's just enough for a dog or cat to get the benefits from it. So I've seen some really great things with people doing that. But I would say that if you're trying to extend the life of your patch, you're probably not going to get the benefits from it because you're going to shorten the time that your body needs to assimilate, and you just want to give the technology how it's designed to work for you.
So you have paperwork, your card, whatever, that you
Yeah. I have some brochures here, but if you exit here, I'm on the outer edge next to the window. Yeah, you'll see my quantum sign because it really is the quantum method of healing. It really is something we don't understand, right? It's something we can't control. Yeah.
So the theory is it's like intermittent fasting where you'll wear 12 hours and then time off to have your body just so used to it.
Yes, exactly.
Like building a tolerance.
Exactly. You're not building a tolerance. It's a good way to explain it.
Yeah.
And certain patches, like the one you're wearing, I have people that only wear it when they need it for pain. Or they might wear 3 of them for the pain. Some of them you only need to wear 1. Some of them you don't need to wear every day. It's like your medicine cabinet. You open it up, you only use what you need at the time. And for me, my body tells me I need this patch because even after 4 years, I've got flexibility back in my neck. I don't have the pain anymore, but if I forget to put it on, which happens, by about 3 o'clock, about this time of day, I start getting, I'm like, oh, why am I hurting? I'm like, yeah.
Does it work for PTSD?
I would say, I had a gentleman come in, I guess it was last year, and he is a retired police officer. I would say that he experiences that. And he also was experiencing a lot of pain in his calves when he slept. They just crampled on him. And he couldn't handle being in crowds, but something made him come to this thing, and so he came to my talk and I patched him. And I always say, people come and talk to me. If you're going to stay here, if you're going to be here tomorrow, come and tell me how you're doing with the patch, because I love to hear your stories. He came up to me at the end of the day and he said, my pain in my calf is gone. And he says, his friend was with them he said he is so relaxed. I mean, he was walking through the areas where they're playing drums and everything. He just walked through like it was no big deal. So it can help. It can. No, the questions are good. Yeah, very good questions. I got time for one more. Okay.
We're back.
Okay. Let's go. I do have, if you really want to get started on this in the next 2 days, and you're here with me, I'm giving you 5 of the stem cell patches to take home with you. You open up an account so that you can start benefiting from it until your patches get available. So it's really, you can start feeling better. Around your shoots. Point to where it hurts. Right there. All right, there you go.
Thank you.
All right, now, if you've been patched, take it off in the morning. If you don't, it's just gonna stick there until it washes off or something, but, one of the questions we get is, can you swim with them? Can you shower with them? I shower with mine. There's certain parts of my body that are more slippery than others. If you put, using a stringent, and you clean up and dry it, it gets a good adhesive on there and it'll stay. But I perspire in the summer on certain parts of my body and it'll work patches loose. So then what I do is I'll put them on the underside of my clothing. So you can do that, or find other places to put them. So you're not losing your patches, you know, at the back of your shirt, things like that. Bottom of your feet. Yeah. I'm sorry? I use just the Eon. Uh-huh. Yeah. This is the one that reduces inflammation and stress. It gets people results. The other one does the healing. And that's more long-term and compounded. So the healing that you're going to get in 12 hours isn't enough to really notice. Well, my time is done. If you have more questions, just come to my booth and I'll be here tomorrow. And if you want to get a hold of me, I have your contact information, but you can also have one of these that has my contact information here. I got to get out. So come and get one.